Alright, let's go ahead and get started on the whale spend list version KvK2. So for those of you who are not familiar with this tier list, and I'm gonna make it together with the chat here, is that this is a tier list for people who are spending in the game. And I have separated the tiers of those players based on their spend amount, or expected spend amount, or average spend amount, whatever you like to call it, per each month. And then we're gonna actually say, okay, if you're a KvK2 player here in Rising Kingdoms, what would you expect those people to spend on? For example, oh no. Wow, I got a call from some random people. Wait, anyways, so for example, free-to-play players will not be able to afford things like, I don't know, Minamoto. By definition, free-to-play players do not have Minamoto, right? So it will go up to like Goldfish players. Goldfish players are the people who have actually spent money on this game, and who spent up to $200 total. And then that's basically where Minamoto will move up to. If you spend any dollars in Rising Kingdoms, you get Minamoto for free. And let's say SVIP is just for Krakens or for Ego only category. So that's how this tier list works. What's that's your ringtone? Yeah, it's a ringtone that will just let me know that I got a call, man. I got a call twice though. I think someone got the wrong number. So let me just go ahead and let them know. No. Never mind. Anyways, so we have a couple things that I added from the last tier list, and those are this row right here. Obviously Constantine is KvK2 specific, and then we have Uzi Tian, which is a garrison specific commander. But then again, you have to actually get out of your way for you to get Uzi Tian. I know that she is actually acquirable to a certain degree from Mighty's Governor event, I think. But then again, it must be nice being popular. That is not popular at all, my friend. Mighty's Governor event. But you know, the fact that you're actually investing gold heads into Uzi Tian for you to enhance your currently best, let's say Charles Martel and YSG most likely, say something about you, right? Because that means that you actually care about Garrison. You actually care the little marginal difference between performance of Charles Martel, YSG, and Uzi Tian. So that's what that means. Obviously, Edward of Ustok and Tomiris rally is actually a big thing. So that will be actually something that I added together. I also added equipment sets by each stage. You can see that this is a budget set for infantry with some of the value blue and purple pieces, along with the legendary pieces that you can actually get from either Lucifer's Scroll or the KvK shop. So that's basically what that is. And then I actually gradually built it up so that you have this one right here that's basically the budget set, this one right here that uses the Hope Cloak and Eternal Knight, and this one that actually uses full legendary set for infantry along with the best kind of accessories. Nowadays, infantry set pieces actually are valued more than Hope Cloak and Eternal Knight, and the fact that you make those optimizations for you is also really good. And also I made a set that doesn't really use legendary accessories as well. So those are the things that I added. I also added armaments, and you can see that I have full special inscription armament, some special inscription armament, and then one special inscription armament with some other inscriptions on it. So those are also being added to this list because of the fact that KvK2 actually adds those things into the game. All right, so that was pretty much everything that I needed to talk to you about. Let's just go ahead and jump right in to the tier list. Now, let's start from the upper left corner. So the basic materials, I would say even Goldfish would actually get the basic material ones. And actually no, let's go ahead and move start from the very start. The VIPs. So by KvK2, would free-to-play people actually be able to get VIP 10? This is a hard question. Would VIP 10 actually belong in Plankton or Goldfish? Can free-to-play people actually reach VIP 10 in KvK2? I don't think so. Like you at least have to buy the month, like the daily bundle for gems, I think, for you to hit VIP 10 for free to play, even if you're really eager to get all the gems. And this is where it was in KvK1 tier list. I'm gonna move that right there. If you guys disagree, it depends on kingdom. That's correct. If you have a really strong alliance and if you fortunately have been in one of the higher spending kingdoms, you might be able to actually hit VIP 10. You know what? I'm gonna move it down to VIP free to play. VIP 10, I think, is achievable for free to play players. In KvK2, by KvK2, maybe by the end of it, perhaps. But this is where I think everyone should be aiming for at the end of the day too, because you want that 1 gold head per day, even as a free to play player, right? So I would say VIP 10 probably belongs in Plankton at this stage. I know that we talked about VIP 10 being in Goldfish stage for KvK1, but the time has passed, 2 to 3 months has been passed, and I think VIP 10 is achievable even for free to play players. Depending on the kingdom, of course. Depending on the player kingdom, but I think this is good. Alright, and I'll just put in Lohar. Lohar because you'll be farming bars a lot. You should be building Lohar regardless. Anything else here? Would I put some like materials? I would say yeah. Free-to-play players can use some of their gems on equipment pieces by the time that you do reach. You do reach. What's this called? KvK2. Anything else? Is T5 unlock possible for KvK2 players? If they're free to play? No, that is not possible. I just did the math in my head. I was like, there's no way that you're gonna get, you're never gonna get T5 as free to play in KvK2 unless you're one or two of those best players in Rising Kingdoms. 5111 Richard actually is a good point, because if you're getting Richard, you're usually getting it for farming barbs. I think unlocking Richard might not be a terrible idea for Plankton players in Rise of Kingdoms. And yeah, I would say Richard is a good choice. 100% agree. I would say YSG is also a good choice for unlocking, and I'll just add another YSG for expertising. Let's see. Do I have a expertise version of YSG somewhere, icon-wise? It should be somewhere here. There you go. Ooh, I have so many of those good commanders. Okay. I have the expertise version of those commanders here and there. I'm just going to grab all of them. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but let's see. Yeah, expertise-wise, probably not a good idea. Not even possible for free-to-play, but 5011 Richard, I get it. I think unlocking Richard and YSG for free-to-play does make sense, in my opinion, for you as a free-to-play player. Anything else? I don't think anything else. To be honest, I think you should just focus on Richard YSG as much as possible as free-to-play player. You don't really get to buy anything else on the bottom side too. I would say you probably shouldn't even aim for speed up for the gems. Just make sure that you try to get as much VIP points pushed out and close to VIP 10 as possible, so that you get 1 gold test per day every single day. Alright, let's move on to Goldfish tier. Obviously, if you get to Goldfish tier, you do unlock. Where is Minamoto? I just moved it. Oh yeah, you do unlock Minamoto. Minamoto gets automatically added if you spend at least $1 into these games. So Minamoto unlock is possible. I would say Goldfish players, if they really thrive, VIP 12 might be possible. Hey Johan, how's it going? VIP 12 might be possible. VIP 12? Yeah, up to $200 if you spend up to $200 in Rise of Kingdoms throughout your lifetime. I don't think it's a terrible idea. I would say the Growth Fund is another one. Like if you're spending some money on this game, Growth Fund is a great place. It does say that it does give you 20 times the value, and they mean it, like 20 times the value for the gems. And that is one package that I would say for like small fishes like Goldfish should absolutely get. Crazy stuff. And then maybe the 30-day gem supply for a limited time. It says right here 50% off, because if you actually buy the 30-day gem supply for the very first time, you get the 50% off, and you can get it for $5 per month. It's worth it. I think a lot of people will actually get it. Period. I think that's probably where most of the Goldfishes will actually spend. Those are probably the most valuable bundles that you can actually get in Rise of Kingdoms. I would say Riders of History also. If you're spending any money in this game, yeah, Riders of History is probably where you start off with. You get 10 gold heads per unlocking new commanders, new legendary commanders, and you don't get that value anywhere else in this game, right? I wouldn't say daily packs just yet, because daily packs you need consistent flow of spending, and I think that's more for the next tier. I would say you can be gemming some equipment blueprints. That's what the blue means. You could be gemming some of them. I don't think T5 for Goldfish is possible even in KvK2, in my opinion. Do you think YSG expertise falls into Goldfish? I don't know. Let's ask the chat. The 4 legendary pops up. Oh yes. Do I not have that here? Oh my god, I do not have the Vanquisher pop up here. That's interesting. I thought I added it. Let's see. Vanquisher pop up. Vanquisher pop up. There you go. Do I not have the Vanquisher pop up in here? That is very weird. Let's find the Vanquisher pop up. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot that, and I'll add it to this, because Vanquisher is actually really important. For those of you who are watching this and like, oh yeah, like, why is this not there? Yeah, I don't want them to have the wrong idea. Yeah, Vanquisher is very important. Good job. Vanquisher is definitely one of them. YSG expertise for KvK2 for Goldfish is still possible. Yeah, I would say, like, if you're VIP 12, that pop-up is GOAT. I agree. Vanquisher is #1. Probably the best, one of the best value packages. It gives you, I think, 4 to 5 legendary materials. One legendary material is probably like what, like 2,400 gems? Yeah, it is 2,400 gems if you buy from the VIP shops, and you get like 5 of those. It's just absolutely crazy. This is as good as the Riders of History. And yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned it. Anything else can Goldfish player who has limited budget in Rise of Kingdoms, who doesn't really spend on a monthly basis, but have like zero other places that you actually spend. Oh, actually, so this, I would say egg event Goldfish players can actually participate in, just because of the fact that you know, where else are they gonna get equipment, right? I have other icon for egg event full roll. And this is not full roll. I think all Goldfish players, if they have enough gems, they should at least spin 10 times and then get the basic rewards for the universal legendary stuff, and then just go ahead and wait for the next one. So I would say the basic version of Egg Event is still within the Goldfish. Anything else can a Goldfish player do? Oh, let me actually add. How did I forget this? Okay, Alexander the Great, expertise. Alexander the Great on expertise. I would say you can unlock Alexander the Great if you want to. If you're infantry main, definitely, I think. Yeah, I think Alexander the Great could be used by a Goldfish player. Like, I would say 5-5-1-1 and then just using it. He's on expertise, so I think that's fine. So yeah, I think this is pretty decent stuff. I don't think he can still hit T5. Yeah, 2 hits, 100 is impossible for Egg Event. I agree, L1. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and move on to Tuna Player. I think if you're having a monthly budget like Tuna Player, that's when you can actually look into perhaps hitting VIP 14. You can definitely look into getting 30-day gem supply. For the first time purchase gems, this is actually just first time purchase gems. When you get 200% value, I would say this is actually possible for Tuna players. Just because, yeah, it's the first time that you actually get it. It's not a bad deal in my opinion. And then I would say getting the daily pack for certain commanders, if you have monthly budget, that is absolutely possible too. What else can a Tuna player afford? I would say this is where you can start making like a budget legendary mix set, right? You can mix epic and legendary equipment for KvK2 in my opinion. If you actually check out what I actually posted up there, that's actually Hope Cloak and whatever you basically get from either Lucifer Scroll or the KvK shop. So I think that's Tuna players where you actually can start looking into a very budget set and then wait for the KvK weapon and helmet in the future and all that stuff. I think this is where you can start buying an epic material chest. Dailies, yeah, the dailies right here. And what else? What else can a Tuna player afford? Well, I would say Tuna player can also afford. I think Saladin can also be Goldfish, but this is Midas Government event, right? So I'll say you can unlock Saladin. And I'll say some Mighty's Governor event. Not top 3, but if you're in like top 100 or whatever it is, I think Mighty's Governor event, you can still participate in it. You might be able to get 1 or 2 Mighty's Governor event commander unlocked like Saladin itself. So yeah. For $90 a month, you get like 400 daily sculptures. Yeah, 130. It's a lot. Yeah, I agree 100%. Dailies are really, really good. And it also gives you a lot of boosts in VIP points, because if you buy dailies, you get what, 1,200 gems, but they also give you 750 VIP points. That means that if you're gemming something, gemming the VIP points, then you're getting the double value, practically speaking, because that's 1950 gems, and that is like $10 worth for worth of VIP points that you can get from the gemming, where you're only spending $3. It is pretty crazy stuff. And also at the same time, I forgot about this, but this is pop-ups. King's Coronation. I kind of meant this as pop-ups that you get as you kind of go along the way. I would say if you're a Tuna player, you can actually get all the pop-ups running. I would say even T5 is possible for tuna players. What do you think? T5 KvK2 possible for tuna? I would say it is, but I'm not 100% sure. I think $200 per month, tuna players. Yeah, I think T5 might be possible. No? KvK2, yeah. Yeah, I'm on the fence. You don't think so? Okay, let's move that up to a shark later. Yeah, T5, yeah. I mean, for my restart, I don't think I can unlock it by KvK2 anyways. For you to unlock T5, you need a lot of gems so that you can actually buy the Arrow of Resistance as well as Book of Covenant. If tuna plays a lot and have farms, I think it's possible. Yeah, if you are like crazily farming gems and all your resources are just coming from farms, I think it is possible. But I think generally it might be safer for us to actually go ahead and move that up to sharks. KvK2, maybe KvK3, I think tuna, like, it's safe to say that tuna players can actually get it. What else is there? I think tuna players can get expertise Minamoto. It really depends on players. Richard YSG expertise can chain like yeah, that's true. Richard YSG can chain like crazy, so I don't think we should put Richard expertise in tuna because Richard doesn't need expertise at all. So I'm gonna move Richard expertise up a bit because I think that's a very selective thing. Like everyone just gets Richard at 5511 or 5111 and just use him for whatever it is and then just throw him away, right? So I would say even for tuna players, Richard's expertise is not something that I would recommend at all. Hello, John. How's it going, dude? Oh no, I wrote the wrong John. Cyrus the Great is good for chaining. Do people actually get Cyrus now? I know that Cyrus was just added to KvK2. Maybe unlocking Cyrus might not be a terrible idea. Because like if Cyrus's AoE can help with the whole farming, then I think it might not be a terrible idea. Let me see if I have Cyrus the Great on here. Commanders. Commander, avatars. There you go. Do I have Cyrus in here? It should be. I'm looking at the official Rise of Kingdoms. Is this Cyrus? See, like, I don't even know how Cyrus looks like. I think this is Cyrus. This is Cyrus, right? Okay. So I would say if Richard 5511 even for the whales, I agree 100%. At 1111, okay. The Cyrus the Great unlocked 1111. Might not be a terrible idea if you want to farm barbs. 100%. I think that's a fair point. Anything else? I would say this is it. I would say this is pretty solid right there. Okay, let's move on to the sharks. Now, sharks are people who have a budget of up to $500 per month. I would say right off the bat, T5 is possible for sharks, 100%. I would say they would buy dailies on daily basis. I do not think VIP 17 is possible for sharks. Oh, and for the speed ups, I'll just say tunas would buy some speed ups. Sharks would buy more speed ups. You can see that the 8-hour and 1-hour difference. That's basically what I mean. I would say Sharks are where you actually start spinning egg event 100 times. Fully. What does he even do? He does AoE damage. That's all he does. He's not really that great for anything else. He's practically supposed to be best pairing for archers for YSG on the field, but if you count all those other like archer combinations that gets added to KvK2 with YSG, he's not even the best in my opinion. So yeah, I would say Cyrus, don't even work on it. But if you work on it, just unlock him for whatever you are doing. 511 is fine. For the Barbarian Chain is what I would say. Yeah, again, for Sharks, this is where you can actually start getting 100 spins on Egg Event. 100%. I don't think Tunas should be doing 100 spins on Egg Events, because that's a lot of gems. I don't think Sharks have a chance at VIP 17 just in general. I would say if they can get their hands on the materials, although I think you don't. When do the legendary material chests actually get opened up? Is it VIP 16 or 17? Legendary, oh, it's 18. Never mind all that. Never mind all that, my friends. Yeah, Sharks wouldn't even get this. Yeah. What else can they do? Yeah, I don't think VIP 17 is possible. I think Sharks are probably where you can get at least one special inscription or more from the KvK. Like if you're on their top 20 or something like that from KvK 1, you get a special inscription. I heard. I think this is like the borderline when you can actually start getting those. But what do you think? Is one special inscription in KvK 2 impossible for Sharks or not? What do you guys think? I think it's possible, to be really honest with you. What do you think? Oh, let me also find a Saladin. Expertise Saladin. If they have one here. If I have added them here. Do you have Expertise Saladin here? I don't think I do. Oh no. I think I have Expertise Saladin here. Let's just add another Saladin and let's just call this Expertise Saladin. How about that? Speaking of Expertise Saladin, the reason why I was looking for it is because I think Sharks are where you can actually start expertising Alexander the Great. I think this is where you can start expertising Saladin. I don't think you should be doing Richard expertise here. I don't think any of those should be unlocked. Maybe Constantine might be unlockable. I would doubt it, but Saladin 5551, yeah, go. I think let's just call this 5551. I think it's good that I couldn't find an expertise Saladin, to be honest with you now, because you should not be investing in Saladin at beyond 5551. I did it myself when I was playing my main account. But Saladin expertise, not the best thing in the world, I would say. And I couldn't swap him out. I couldn't commander swap him out because of the fact that I had Charles Mertel and Double C as best alternative, and you know, sometimes you actually get his skills from auxiliary or support, and they actually do work really well on some KvKs. So yeah, 5551 Saladin. This is what that means. 5551 Saladin. I would say the daily speed ups are fine. Monthly tax are fine. Top 3 in Midas Governor, I would say that's actually a little bit more for Wales. I I think this is where you can actually look into legendary equipment without accessory legendaries. You can get some legendary accessories, but then again, I don't think it's really the best kind of place for it at this point. KvK2, you should still work on your main gear with the exception of accessories, because you can always work on accessories as you enter KvK3 or beyond. So I would say that's not as appropriate for Sharks at this point. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Whale tier. And right off the bat, Whale is when you can actually start looking at VIP 17 for that 5% all damage bonus. 5% all damage bonus. It is what it is. This is where you can actually look into it. Oh, actually I forgot some things about Sharks. I would say Fountain of Wisdoms, if you're unlocking T5, those you could be getting those, so I would say those are pretty decent places that you can start with. I would say if you're a Whale, you get full legendary gears with equipments. This one's actually using dagger and drum, which I think a lot of people actually get dagger from some events. So yeah, Whales can actually look into getting the full legendary gears for that. I think Whales are technically where you can look into getting the Edward and Tamaris rally, although I don't recommend it. Hey Kevin, how's it going, dude? Yeah, I think Whales are where you can technically look into getting Tamaris and Tutmos. No, Edward and Tamaris. Because I think that's not impossible. Although I don't recommend it, but with the commander swap, maybe you just didn't use any gold heads at all. During the KvK 1 and 2, you basically worked off of 5111 Tutmos with YSG expertise. And you use all your gold heads as you enter KvK 2. I think that's practically possible, theoretically possible, so yeah, I think that's fine. What else is possible? You can start getting legendary piece from VIP shop if you hit VIP 18. I'll say this is where you can actually... Wait, hold on. Is Charge Martel expertise something that a Shark will do or a Whale will do? What do you guys think? Because I think some people might be able to expertise Charge Martel, even if you're Shark, because you want to get that used as, you know, Commander Swap event fodder. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea, to be honest. What do you guys think? Shark can expertise YSG, LS and YSG? Yeah, I would say. It's a Shark thing? CM Shark? Okay, let's go ahead and move CM to Shark. Because, like, Alexander the Great, you're using him on the field. It's amazing, but the reason why I didn't put Charles Martel in there before was like, well, maybe Charles Martel expertise is a little bit more for Garrison, but yeah, I think this is fine. 5511 Charles for a Shark. What do you guys think? You guys are okay. Let's do a poll. CM expertise for Shark or Whale. I'm gonna leave him as Shark for now, and you guys decide. Okay, cool. I would say Whale is one you can actually look into top 3 in Midas Governor event. Even if you're not number 1, top 3 is still very, very strong. It will give you, I think, 60 at top 3, 180 for first place, 90 for second place, and then third place you should get 60. So really, really strong benefit of being a Whale in your kingdom, I think. And then I think this is maybe when you can actually look into some special inscription, 1 or 2, just because you can get the scroll one from the KvK rewards, and then if you pulled enough, you can actually get the what's this called? You can get the banner for free. So that's what that one was for. If you get at least 2 special inscriptions, which one of this is from the winning KvK, and then the second one is for doing the mileages on the shop. I think that's possible for whales. Why would you 5555 CM if you can 5555 YSG and later Alice? Because Charles Martel can be used as a garrison lead in KvK 1 and 2. Yeah, because for KvK 1 and 2, Charles Martel is GOAT garrison lead. You don't really get that many choices outside of Wu Zetian. And Wu Zetian is a controversial person of its own. Okay, we got 2 votes for Sharks. Okay, let's go ahead and get the Sharks in. Yeah, let's just leave him here, because I think some Sharks can actually garrison lead. I think this is difficult. I think whale is when you can look into maybe unlocking Wu Zetian. I don't know about expertise, to be really honest with you. I think you can unlock Khan if you're a cavalry lead. I think you can unlock Constantine. I don't know about expertise. I think Constantine is fine. And then this is, I don't know if you should expertise Tamiris, but Edward will do stock. If you're a rally lead for KvK2, I think having Edward or Blue stock expertise at least, so that you don't use Tamiris as secondary, but then again, why is she a secondary? I think that is possible. But to have even Tamiris expertise, I don't think that's really a whale thing. I think that's more of a Crockett thing to do. You know what we're missing? The daily materials, like the 7-day supply. Yeah, actually, that's what this is actually meant for. The 7-day speed up supply. That's basically meant as in like you get the 7 days things outside of the gem one. So I think this basically covers it. I think Sharks actually get those. And I think whales can get gold has from the VIP shop, in my opinion, regularly. I think Sharks can get it too, but then again, whales is when you actually start getting them more regularly for you to get the missing gold has from the earlier part of the game, in my opinion. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Wu Zetian, just for those of you who are not too familiar with what she does, she is a garrison lead commander for leadership. She can be used with YSG or Charles Martel. Her damage factor and healing all combined technically does outperform Charles Martel in garrison. But you can just use Charles Martel with YSG. Like that's still more standard garrison in KvK 1 and 2. So like having Wu Zetian even unlocked is kind of a luxury at that point. I don't know who will really use Wu Zetian to the expertise level. But yeah, that is an option that you can look into at the end of the day. Alright, let's go ahead and move to Kraken. Kraken is people who almost does not have a limit. And that is when you can actually look into VIP 19 for KvK2. It is crazy because I haven't even seen VIP 19 and I play for years, right? And the fact that we have an idea of the fact that there are some people who can do this is crazy. I know Buzz just hit VIP 19 on his account, but You know, I know that Buzz buys his account, so and it is just, and he has really high budget. Buzz has really high budget, and to think that some people can actually hit VIP 19 in KvK2 is absolutely crazy. But this is where you get to Kraken level, my friends. This is where you get to Kraken level, my friends. Yeah, you can look into hitting VIP 19 in KvK2, I think, if you are in a Kraken level of spend. Now, I think this is obviously when you can actually look into getting speed ups from VIP shops, like full max out. You buy everything in the VIP shops. This is where you can maybe look into building actually post KvK level of equipment with like the meta garrison, meta field equipment. You can see that it's not using Hope Cloak, it's actually using all infantry set pieces along with drum and greatest glory. The reason why this is actually valued more so than whatever you see here is because once you actually swap out the KvK weapon and the helmet, this set actually is currently the best set that you can find on the field, with the exception of Horn and Ring missing. So you can look into the best setup, quote unquote, is what I mean by this equipment set. It could change based on what level of what kind of patch that we're on, but then again, that's what I mean. You can look into best optimized for a Season of Conquest, upcoming Season of Conquest. You can iconic it. You can just look into building the best equipment at the end of the day too, is what I meant. My enemy kingdom leader is 100 million power, is still on KvK1. Please save me. Yeah, my KvK1 I went against, I think, 120 million power person 2. Our kingdom had like several 80 million power people. I think I was like 60 million. So I was pretty behind them. But we were able to defend against them. Just gang up a lot of whale people. Like the 80 million power people, just push them out to him. And just hope that he's not really that strong. KvK1 though is okay, because there's not that many good commanders for him to run 5 amazing marches. So I would say that's the only thing that I can say to you, that like, hey, like at least they don't have full Season of Conquest 5 marches. At least like 2 or 3 of those marches will be very, very ineffective. Is all I can say. I bet he has Hannibal expertise and he's running it on the field, and it's just not, it's okay, but it's not really great. But yeah, let's finish this. Kraken, I don't think full special inscription even for Kraken and KvK2 is even possible. I would say this is actually more for ego only, so I'll go ahead and keep it here. I would say Wuzi Tian expertise is something that you can look into if you're Kraken. I would say expertise Tamiris is also something that you can look into as a Kraken. Expertise Constantine is also something that you can look into as Kraken. All those commanders are just absolutely amazing. But the difference between what they have and their second alternative, their opportunity cost, if you will, is not really that different. Again, Wuzi Tian is a great commander. It's the best garrison that you can find in KvK2, but after your KvK2 is done, you're gonna get pushed out by almost any of Season of Conquest garrisons. So a lot of people don't get her. Same goes with her best alternative in KvK1 and 2. Like Charles Martel and YSG are absolutely crazy commanders. They actually are only marginally worse than Wuzi Tian, and whatever combination, the best combination that you can bring with Wuzi Tian. So like, I would say Charles Martel, YSG, if you have them expertise, just use them. Don't waste your gold heads into Wuzi Tian, even if you're Kraken. It's my suggestion. But I get that some people still like to use the best of the best, which I think, yeah, I think is fair. All right, so, and last but not least, some people actually do expertise Richard the First. The fact that it has the Richard the First's wheel shows up before in KvK1, and the fact that your dailies would actually come in for Richard the First in KvK1, it makes it possible for Krakens to actually expertise Richard the First if you want to use him. I've seen some people do it. I don't recommend it. Richard does his job at 5511. I think 5551 at the best is my recommendation for for investment in him. But Krakens are Krakens, right? And I have Toothless here. I'm gonna put him up there. I'll just call this any gold key commander. If you're Kraken, this is when you can look into expertising some gold key commanders already, just because you just almost have no limit to your budget. That's what the definition of Kraken is. Like, if people who are willing to spend way more than the whales, this is when they can expertise gold key commanders, just straight up. And they can actually use them on the field. Things like Frederick that I talked about earlier today in today's stream, right? Frederick is a great commander for KvK 1 and 2. Because if you actually look at his expertise skill, he basically does 2400 damage factor as a pre-KvK commander. But unless you have an expertise, you cannot use him. You actually get 80% chance to deal additional damage factor for 800 damage factor. That actually puts his expected damage output down to 1960. But if you expertise him, you can actually use Frederick even in KvK2, in my opinion. But, you know, only Krakens can look into those, in my opinion. It's just a flex. Yeah, exactly. Richard expertise is just a flex. I agree with you, L1. T5 for whales. There you go. T5 is for whales, though? KvK2? I think T5 for shark is possible for KvK2. KvK1, it was definitely whale. KvK2, I think shark. But what do you think? If someone else agrees, if someone else seconds L1's opinion, I'll say I'll move that up. I think, yeah, it could be either for KvK2 in my opinion. I think KvK1 it was whale, but KvK2 you spent a little more time. I think even for sharks, it is possible for you to unlock T5. Ego only moves are simple. SVIP, T5 day 1. Some people get T5 day 1. They're just flexing. I don't know why they would unlock T5 day 1. Yeah, like some people does some crazy stuff, my friends. And then full special inscription for KvK2 players. I don't know if that's even possible, but let's say, imagine you have unlimited amount of money. And if you have unlimited amount of money, if you're Elon Musk who's playing Rise of Kingdoms, then obviously I think it is technically possible. And even then, you need to get really, really lucky, I think, for you to have full special inscription on KvK2. In my opinion. I don't really know. I am not a shark. Yes, you are whale or kraken, my friend. If you unlock T5 at day 55, that is crazy. You're a whale or kraken, my friend. No, are you? No, no, that was George. That was George. My apologies, Aljuan. My apologies. But I think so. My apologies to both George and Eljuan, my friend. But yeah, I think SVIP is just for the looks. There's no real benefit to SVIP except for the daily stuff that you get. And for you to achieve that in KvK2 is absolutely crazy. There's no combat benefit for SVIP. But you do get some perks for inscription wise. Yo, Mafu, how's it going, man? We're doing KvK Season 2. KvK2 whale spendless. Oh, let's ask Mafu. Do you think sharks can get T5 unlocked in KvK2? Sharks are people who spend up to $500 per month. Or should it be whale? Which is 4 times of that. maybe Mafu might have a good idea. By KvK2, I think so. Yeah, I agree. I think Mafu is a shark, isn't it? I think Mafu is somewhere between shark and a whale. By this standard. And he had T5 unlocked for a while, no? Alright. By Mafu's approval, I'll leave T5 over here. If you disagree, go to Mafu's channel and terrorize his channel. Just kidding, just kidding. Is this tier before KvK1? No, this is tier for KvK2. This is tier list for KvK2, George. It got T5 in KvK3. There you go. He's in between. Actually, he's more of a shark, I think. But I also played KvK2 twice. I see. So maybe it is actually somewhere around the whale. Who knows? So George is like looking at this list and like, oh, what are those like whale? The KvK1. He's the guy who unlocked T5 in 55 days. That is crazy. You're a Kraken, my friend. Just for reference. All right, I think that concludes it. Again, Ego only SVIP T5 day 1, full special inscription. Krakens VIP 19, full speed ups on the VIP shop, and the best equipment that you can possibly find that is possible at the power, at the age of your account. And then also Woozy 10 expertise, Tamir's expertise, and Constantine expertise, Richard expertise, and Gold Key Commander expertise for Kraken. Now for Whale, $2,000 per month, up to $2,000 per month. You can get VIP 17. I think it's possible. Now I'm looking at it. VIP 17? Yeah. Anyways, and then full legendary equipment. Not technically looking at Season of Conquest, but full legendary equipment that you can use at this very moment. And then running Banana Head, Edward the Woodstock, and Tamir's Rally is possible, I think, at whale level. And then legendary materials from VIP shop is possible. Top 3 in Midas Governor is possible. I think some special inscriptions are possible at whale level if you can actually get one from the KvK winning before, and also at the same time if you can get one from, you know, getting the one cycle of banner mileages, then you can get 2 special inscriptions. So more than 1 special inscription is what I mean by this, and then that is possible for whales. I think Woozy 10 unlocking is fine, Khan unlocking is fine, Constantine unlocking is fine, and expertise with Edward with Woodstock for Rally. If you have expertise Edward with Woodstock for Rally, you can actually use YSG as secondary even if you don't have Tamira's expertise, and then maybe you can use him for Commander Swap event in the future. And then also at the same time, Gold Heads for VIP shop fully maxing out. That is also possible for whales. I think you got Ego. Yeah, you're Ego only level, my friend. Sharks are people who have spent up to $500. You can get T5 unlocked by KvK2. This is actually the most controversial thing, but I would say this is possible. And you can get dailies maxed out. You can get some speed ups. You can get full spins on the event. Almost every turn, I would say, for Sharks. And then 1 special inscription for the KvK winning before. I think that's all possible. You can get the daily speed ups and material stuff. And the monthly special, I think some people buy those. And then the equipment wise, you can just get full legendary equipments. They would usually focus on legendary equipments and maybe not the accessories are possible. Maybe you can get 1 or 2 accessories, legendary accessories such as drum. But usually this is where I would see a shark in terms of equipment wise. And then you can get Fountain of Wisdom, and then the Wisdom package full purchase for T5 unlocking, Charles Mantel T5 expertise for garrisoning if it is something that you are looking into, and also at the same time unlocking Saladin to 5-5-5-1 if your cavalry lead is possible, and also at the same time expertising Alexander the Great for the field fighting is also good. For Tuna, you can hit up to VIP 14 for that 3 daily gold heads by KvK2 in my opinion. You can also look into buying 30-day gem supply, first time purchase gems for 200% extra, and daily pass. Maybe not as often as sharks, but something that you can get it. And then you can get budget set like the epic sets and the blue shield for infantry, as well as some of the equipment sets from the infantry. You can see that it is using 3 pieces of legendary sets for infantry, as well as some of the rare and special, the epic and the blue ones. And you can also get some materials from the VIP shops. You can enter Mighty's Governor event, maybe earn a commander or 2 from Mighty's Governor event. You can buy all the pop-ups. You can get Saladin X unlock, maybe not 5551, but just for you to use on the field. Cyrus unlock 1111. This is actually for Barbarian Chain. Apparently he's not that bad, so something that you can look into. And this is where some people can actually look into expertising Minamoto. Not recommended 100% nowadays, but something that you can look into. And then getting some speed ups. Goldfish is people who spends up to $200 or more, so people who have actually set budget that you don't really want to go across. This is when you can hit VIP 12, and then you can get what's this called? Minamoto unlocked. And Growth Fund is what I recommend. Riders of History is what I recommend. The first time purchase for 30-day gem supply is what I recommend. Vanquishers is what I recommend. And also at the same time, sometimes you can actually get some materials from the shop if you really can get it. And then I'll recommend for the Goldfish players is to get the egg event unlocked. And also at the same time, get like 10 pulls every time that you see an egg event to get blueprints from it for legendary materials, legendary equipments. And then you can get expertise YSG, and then unlocking Alexander the Great is also recommended for Goldfish players. Planktons, free-to-play players, you can actually technically hit VIP 10 by KvK2, depending on your kingdom, depending on your alliance that you're in. But if you have a good and active alliance, I think VIP 10 is possible for Plankton people. You can get Lohar for, this just means that you're focusing on your bars as much as possible. You can get some materials from the shop, I don't recommend it though. And then you can unlock Richard and YSG. Maybe run YSG 5111 or 5551, or have Richard 5111 and then just run those barbarians as much as possible for the gem supply that you'll be able to get from the field. So that's basically it for the tier list or spend list. I've been saying this wrong, but KvK2 will spend list tier list for everyone who's playing KvK2 right at the moment in Rise of Kingdoms, and I made this using Tiermaker. If you guys actually enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you do, if I see more viewerships, maybe I'll do this for KvK3 and 4 as well. We'll see. I mean, maybe one for Season of Conquest as well. Let's see how that goes. But I'm going to go ahead and close out the recording during the live stream. I'm going to continue the live stream, so don't leave the stream just because I'm closing this. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. All right, peace.